In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my camera review on the new Samsung Galaxy S24 FE. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. This is the new Samsung Galaxy S24 FE. This device right now is retailing for about $649. And for the last couple weeks, I've been taking some photos and some videos. And honestly, I was quite pleasantly surprised with this camera. I think it is definitely a step above the Galaxy S23 FE. I think there have been some pretty decent changes, in particular like the night shooting modes and stuff like that. I feel like shooting in lower light conditions, this camera did a better job than the Galaxy S23 FE, but there hasn't been super crazy changes with this camera. Overall though, I have to say before I even start this video, I'm pleasantly surprised with the camera on the S24 FE. I feel like anybody that gets this phone is going to be pretty happy. This is definitely flagship quality photos right here. This is definitely going to be steps above like the Galaxy A55 and mid-range devices like that. So don't get disheartened by what a ton of people are saying online. I know there's a lot of haters out there because of the newer processor or the in-house processor inside this device, and people just have a ton of bad stuff to say about this device. But so far, I'm really liking it. I feel like the only thing I don't like about this device is the price tag, only because it's not very competitive. It's so closely priced to the full flagship versions of the Galaxy S24 and the S24 Plus. That's my only caveat about this phone. But we're going to be going into some photos and some videos on this device. Overall, when we go inside of the camera application right here, there's not really much that's different. You have your portrait mode, your photo, your video, your respective settings, and everything else. We have in our more section, of course, Bixby Vision, AR Zone. That's always been there. Pro video, night mode, food, panorama, slow motion, hyperlapse, pretty much all of the stuff that you guys are used to in mid-range and flagship Samsung devices. Really not too much has changed. We do, however, have the artificial intelligence features like photo editing and stuff like that they've implemented in here, which is going to definitely give you guys a much better experience when editing photos and doing some touch-ups and stuff like that on different videos and photos. But overall, my experience on these photos and videos have been really decent. If you guys don't know already, we have a triple camera setup on the back of this phone. This phone is pretty much a carbon copy of the Galaxy S24 Plus. If anybody sees you with this phone, they are not going to think it's anything other than that. Also, the quality of the build and stuff like that of this device is very premium. So not too many takeaways from the build quality on this device. But for our main camera, we're going to have that 50 megapixel wide angle camera. Our secondary is going to be that telephoto camera. And of course, we have that 12 megapixel ultra wide camera on this device as well. We get the 3x optical zoom and 30x digital zoom on this as well, so not too much has changed. And for our front facing camera, we still are going to have that 10 megapixel wide angle camera. And of course, our rear facing camera is capable of recording up to 8K at 30 frames per second, and our front is going to be 4K at 30 or 60 frames per second. So we do have some pretty nice recording modes on here. I would say overall, biggest thing that I talked about before, the low light photos on this have been very decent. I'm going to show you a bunch of different photos on here, but if you guys have been using Samsung devices for a while, you guys already know you guys are going to get that nice, clear, punchy photo, very color accurate, honestly, on this device. So that's one of the things that I liked about this, and the low light photos have been pretty decent as well. And the low light video as well has been pretty decent. But I'm going to show you some photos and videos. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below, and we'll talk about it in a second. Alright guys, so we have the rear facing camera, 1080p, 30 frames per second. This is the quality that you guys can expect from this. Not crazy bright out right now. There is some clouds covering the sky. And of course, we have an ambulance. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of an action zoom. Okay. Now this is full HD 60 frames per second. This is how we are looking here. Honestly, this is looking really good. This is definitely flagship quality video right here. especially when you think about like the Galaxy A55. This is definitely much better than the Galaxy A55. The A55 isn't bad at all though. It's a really decent camera for the price tag, but this is definitely a bump up for sure. Next up, we got UHD 60 frames per second. This is how this is looking. Again, it is getting a little bit dark, but there is some light out still, so I had to get this little video test going on over here. Not too shabby though. Get some really decent detail on this. Now we are gonna go down to UHD 30 frames per second. This is what you can expect out of that. This is 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, and this is how this is looking right now. It is kind of cloudy outside, so definitely is affecting the quality of the video, but doesn't look too bad. Let me know what you guys think. Now this is full HD 60 frames per second. Looks to be doing a really good job actually. Don't really have too many complaints. Stability seems to be doing a good job as well, so I'm happy with that. This is definitely a vloggable camera right here as well. Looking good though. We have UHD 60 frames per second on the front facing camera. Now we have UHD 30 frames per second. Alright guys, so those were the photos and videos that you can expect on the Galaxy S24 FE. In all honesty, the video looked really good. The photos were very surprising as well. The low light photos definitely impressed me, and I feel like for 99% of people, this is going to be flagship quality for them. I feel like this is pretty much like 90 to 95% of what you can get on the Galaxy S24 Plus. So not too far off right here. Very decent quality right here. We have some decent contrast. We have some great clarity. We can definitely see the texture. If you guys were seeing like the stuffed animals and stuff like that, or like rocks and flowers and things like that. So we definitely have some depth inside of our photos right here, and the colors of course have a decent amount of punchiness without going too far from the color act depiction of the real life photos right here. So yeah, Not too bad. I really did enjoy the Galaxy S24 FE when taking photos and videos on this. I feel like you guys are going to have a really good time. Of course, there are some tech nerds out there that they should just go buy the best flagship version, or maybe go get a Pixel 9 Pro XL or whatever. But for the majority of people, you guys are going to be totally fine with this camera. It takes some beautiful photos and videos on this, and I'm pretty impressed so far, Samsung. However, that price tag needs to go down a little bit. I feel like the release of the S23 FE, when you guys did that for $599, that was much better than $650. But if you guys are wanting to pick up this device, I would try to wait till it goes below $600. I feel like during like Cyber Monday and like Black Friday and stuff like that, maybe even after all of the holidays come and go, we're going to be seeing this device well under $600. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments section down below, and let me know how you think the Galaxy S24 FE did. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. This has been Stefan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.